Google recently launched their new Pixel 7 series phones. They unveiled them at a launch event alongside the new Pixel Watch I'm currently testing and a new Pixel tablet. So you followed the announcements, you've watched my review of the phones, and you've purchased. Now, what do? Well, these are the first few things you should do when you're setting up your Pixel 7 or Pixel 7 Pro. Let's get into it. Okay, let's get right down to brass tacks. Put a case on it. This phone is slippery in hand. The Pixel 7 less so because it has very hard angled edges since it has a flat screen, while the rounded edges of the 7 Pro don't do it any favors in that area. So get yourself a grippy case. Among my favorites are those from Supcase, especially the Unicorn Beetle. I have D brand on my iPhone and love it. It is absolutely one of the grippiest cases I've owned. Catalyst makes great cases, especially for those of you living along the coast who frequent your local beaches. I've yet to review these, but I've been looking at them for a minute for their creative cases, and that's Casetify. They have some dope case collabs like these one-piece joints. Scroll endlessly through their site and be prepared to be caught up in a paralysis of analysis due to all of the design options. Face Unlock is back this year for the Pixel 7 series. You may not have missed it not being on the Pixel 6 series due to all of the mask wearing we were doing during COVID. Don't worry though, should another pandemic hit or COVID surge happen, this year's Face Unlock works in tandem with the excellent fingerprint unlock, so if one doesn't work, the other kicks in. So hit the security menu, scroll down to Face and fingerprint unlock and set up both. And while you're in that menu, go ahead and see if you have any security recommendations. For example, those messages up top or those items with exclamation points in yellow, click on them and follow the prompts. That will ensure that once you've booted up that new phone, that it has connected to Google's servers and downloaded all the latest core software updates and security patches. Just prepping for this article or this video, I found I had a new patch to download and install. If you're gonna be outside a lot, turn on adaptive brightness. I wasn't a huge fan of the Pixel 6 Pro's outdoor brightness living in sunny Southern California, but Google upped their display game this year, and now the 7 and 7 Pro are even brighter outdoors. Hit the display menu and toggle adaptive brightness on. The Pixel 7 series, along with Android 13 and the new Tensor chip inside the phone, the G2, is a powerhouse of artificial intelligence. This applies to everyday phone use and to these cameras. So let's deal with using your phone, well, as a phone. One of my favorite new features is one called Direct My Call. With it, you can see those pesky automated menu options before the robo voice on the other end of the call speaks them. It isn't on by default, so open the phone app, tap the menu buttons, and go into settings, then hit the Direct My Call menu and turn it on. After doing that, you can dial up some national toll-free numbers and see all those menus ahead of time. Like I did with Home Depot in this example. While we're here, did you ever notice that when you need to call those toll-free numbers to handle some business, that they'll show you the busiest times to avoid calling? And if you can chat with the business, you'll see a menu option for that as well. The more you know. And you may already know that assistant voice typing is pretty darn good. But now you can insert emojis with your voice without knowing the exact name of the emoji. Just start your voice typing and say something like ecstatic emoji or depressed emoji, and your phone will insert what it thinks you're looking for and provide alternative suggestions below the text box above the keyboard. Go ahead and test this out. Now, when it comes to photos, there are some things you're definitely going to want to play with. Day one, I'd head right to the Photos app on your phone and find that old blurry photo that you've always loved despite it being blurry. See that menu option to unblur? Yeah, click on that. Now it can be hit or miss. Some photos will come out better than others. For example, these two. The difference is barely noticeable on this one. But then there's this photo of me with Sean Bean. Pure Silicon Valley voodoo here. It's made my photo keepsake worth keeping for goodness sake. And after photo unblur, you're going to want to check out macro mode and super res mode. Macro mode is just fun. Maybe not something you'll use every day, but if you want to take a fun close-up photo of something, when you see that flower icon appear in the viewfinder, you're in macro mode. Hold steady and snap away. Super Res Zoom allows you to go from 5x all the way up to 30x and even has a zoom stabilization mode that will activate at 15x, showing you a thumbnail preview of the image so that you can get it right without moving around too much. A great feature to master for those weekend soccer games the kids are participating in. Next up in the camera app, we have a new addition to the locked folder feature. Now you can take photos directly to the locked folder without having to add them from the locked folder. What this allows you to do is take those pictures you'd rather not have anybody see and keep them in a biometrically locked photos folder on device. They never get synced to the cloud. Open up the camera app, tap and hold on the gray circle or the circle with an image in it to the right of the shutter button and choose locked folder. Now, whatever you capture next with your camera will go directly to that folder. If you haven't already set up a locked folder in your Google Photos account, you'll need to do that first, and you need to know that when you transfer photos, you transfer to a new phone, those photos won't go with it. They don't automatically transfer from the locked folder into the next device, next phone. Now, this next one is for you gremlins out there. Yeah, if your eyes are sensitive to light like mine, you'll want to go into the quick settings and use or add the tile for extra dim. The displays on the Pixel 7 and Pixel 7 Pro are brighter than last year, so you may have issues looking at the display in dimly lit areas. Now you can gaze at all that high-resolution pixel goodness without blinding yourself. And last but not least, this feature has me a bit restless: cough and snore detection. Do you wake up feeling tired? Well, with the Pixel 7 and 7 Pro, after you've set up a bedtime schedule, allow the phone to access your microphone to enable cough and snore detection at bedtime. Then, when sleeping, place your phone on a nightstand near your bed to detect that late night coughing and snoring. In the morning, you'll get a summary like this, which will show you how many times you've coughed or snored. This detection is only active while bedtime mode is on, and according to Google, stays on your phone, never being sent to Google to maintain your privacy. And those are the first few things I would do with my phone when I got it if I was you. If you have any questions about anything I brought up, talked about here, go ahead and leave those in the comments below. I'll get to them. Love chatting with y'all. You're a great group. I will catch you in the next video.